that. If you speak Polish, as a wise man once said, speaking a man's language is speaking to his soul. So learn something. By the way, no in Polish means yes, yes, and they always say no, 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 tak, tak. And that's a lot of misconception. Like, you hear a Polish person saying no, no, you might just walk away because you think the person's not interested. Hey guys, welcome back to the reaction channel. Today we're gonna be reacting to the don'ts of Poland. So this is a video that was made, I guess, from Mark by Walter's World, and he's basically describing some of the things that you should not do when you go to Poland. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what else you want me to react to. I will be diversifying the channel to react to more diverse things. So let me know what else you want me to react to in the comment section. So I'm not focusing on just music anymore, but I'm also gonna do some music down in the future. So this video is from 8 years ago. So what I wanna see is how accurate is this now, and maybe you guys can also chime in the comments. Let me know if this is, you know, what you've experienced or what you see or what you think this is. Yeah, this is accurate or it's not. Let's find out.
Hello travelers, Mark here with Walter's World. Today we're in Warsaw, Poland for things you don't do when you are here in Poland. And I'm going to get off started.
It's right here by the old town, as you can see. This must be... I'm not exactly sure. This looks like the cherry place, the place to drink. This place looked a bit different 8 years ago. You cross this, you cross this. This is the old town, yeah. Somewhere in the old town, here there might be a skating rink. You know, if you wanna go skate during Christmas, and here that's where you come to get all the snacks. Maybe like this little cheese that I ate one time, that was very good. It was during a date. Date didn't work out. This is why I don't wanna talk about it too much. But yeah, I haven't really been to the old town a lot. I don't really hang out in these buildings. I feel like that's where all the tourists are. So I'm like, nah, let me stay away from those guys because they suck. I like the colors thing. If you actually live in Wrocław, you'll see this a lot more, and it looks way better there. But I guess this was 8 years ago. He was recording this in an Android. So let's just see.
Before we even get started with number one, I will start with number 0. The thing you need to know before you come here is don't tell or call the Polish Eastern Europeans.
Yeah, this is one of those stereotypes where they say that, like, no, we're Central Europeans, we're not Eastern Europeans. Bruh, stop the cap. Just, why would you not want to be Eastern European? You want to be Central European? You'd rather be like what? What is associated with Central Europe? Gówno, bro. Eastern Europe at least has some sort of flavor, some sort of identity. Like, Central Europe is stained with Holocaust memories and you know, torture and all that. But whatever, I digress. I guess you want to be more European. It's not that cool. It's not that cool to be European anymore. I'll tell you that right now. Eastern Europeans, where it's at, it's fine. Problem is maybe the association with Russia, but I don't know.
Make any friends saying that. If you look on a map, you'll see that Poland is actually in the center of Europe, a little bit north, but it's in the center of Europe. And they like to be called Central Europeans, not Eastern Europeans. So I want to get that one out of the way first because that's probably your quickest don't.
He's right about that.
Don't really upset people. So remember, don't say Eastern Europe, okay? Now, when you're going to meet the Polish people here, our first don't for you is don't shake hands or say goodbye over the threshold, like in a doorway. People really don't like that. So either make it choose your side. Are you in the door or are you out of the door when you shake hands and say goodbye? Just one of those little things there. And if you do get to meet some Polish people and they invite you to your home, when you go there, if you see they're wearing slippers or they're not wearing shoes, you don't wear your shoes in the house either. It's kind of rude that way. So just...
Oh, this is the center right there, as you can see. Beautiful. didn't look like this. It's gotten better actually. Somehow I don't know how, but it is a. This is the center. There's a KFC right there. Standard place where all the meetings be happening. They say don't wear shoes inside a Polish home. That's not something they obsess over. But yeah, most of the times they just wanna keep their floors clean because if you come in with shoes, then you have to vacuum. That's not even just like a culture. That's just like common sense. But yeah.
Three quick little ones to start off with, just to give you some ideas of hospitality here in Poland. So our next don't for you has to do with the language. Look, don't underestimate how helpful a few words of Polish will be for you and your visit here.
No, no. Tak, tak, rozumiem. That is right. He's right about that. If you speak Polish, as a wise man once said, speaking a man's language is speaking to his soul. So learn something. By the way, no in Polish means yes, yes, and they always say no, 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 tak, tak. And that's a lot of misconception. Like, you hear a Polish person saying no, no, you might just walk away because you think the person's not interested in the back of your mind, but in reality they mean yeah, that's fine, that's cool, whatever.
Whether you're up in Gdansk, you're down at Krakow or Lublin or wherever, because we all know that no one watching this video probably speaks Polish unless you're Polish by ancestry. And the thing is the Poles know that, so they learn. They see a lot of people speaking English or German or Russian and stuff like that to help out the tourists. But the thing is, if you know a few words in Polish, it really opens the door. Like, people are really happy, even if it's just like dziękuję, which is like thank you, or prosim, which is please, or piwo, which is beer. I remember I was like,
what did he say? Dziękuję, proszę, piwo. Pisim?
People proceed, they're like, oh, hey, they're so happy with it. And it really goes a long way to open up to people because you'll notice that people seem kind of dour and quiet and stern sometimes, and that's one way.
If you want to get them to open up, speak Polish. Just you should actually speak some sort of general language when you go to another country. I know that's not a popular opinion, but whatever, and no one's really in the business of learning stuff anymore. But I guess with AI, we'll soon have all classes and we'll be able to translate in real time. Who knows?
To open them up, okay? Now our next don't for you is don't worry about busting the bank when you come here to Poland. Poland is an extremely affordable country to visit. Hotels
for you, affordable for you. By that I mean, like, if you're currency bully, if you come from a country that's a currency bully, you'll be fine. Like, let's say America, Canada, if you use like euros, whatever, if you're a currency bully, yeah, you're gonna be fine. But if you are coming from a place where $1 is a million, stop.
Eating, drinking,
all
kinds of stuff, making merry. It is really cheap here. Also, going to the museums is really affordable as well. So it's a nice place to check out. That's why when you go to Krakow, they get 10 million tourists from, high-end tourists to low income, not low income, but people are spending a lot of money on tourism because it's not an expensive place to be. So that's kind of a cool thing. Now, my fifth don't for you kind of goes along with that cheap eating and drinking. Don't drink in public in Poland. Look, you can get arrested or fined for drinking in public. Now, you see this nice square here. Yes, you can eat and drink at the restaurants, the bars like that, no problem. But if you're going to take some wine or a beer, some of the local beer, which are pretty good here, and go take that to a park and drink there with your friends, you can get in trouble with the cops. So make sure you do not drink in public. To go along with that, don't forget you need to have an ID with you all the time. If you don't want to carry your passport with you, what I do is I'll actually have my driver's license from home and a photocopy of my passport with my passport locked up back at the hotel, so you do have that, because the cops could ask you for it if they really wanted to. They usually don't bother the tourists, so it's not that big of a deal, but just in case so you know. Now our next don't for you is don't try to pay with big bills. Now big bills are like 50 zlotys or 100 zlotys, like 100 or 50.
I think that's just everywhere, but yeah.
If it's like under 20, because people ask you, oh, do you have anything smaller? They're always going to ask for a smaller bill. The thing is, when you go to the ATMs, it gives you 50s and 100s. But when you go get a beer or something like that, it's 7 or 8. You're like, do you have some smaller bills? You have some smaller bills? So when you go to museums, you go to like big stores and stuff like that, use the bigger bills there, the hundreds and stuff like that, to break them into 10s and 20s, so then you can go get your little snacks. Maybe you want your little, Polish donut, or you want to go get a hot dog or something like that. When you're
Yeah, if you are a tourist, go to Żabka, my boy. Everything is there for you. Everything. Even toothbrush, toothpaste, home, dog, cow, wife. It's there. The cashier could be your wife. Don't hit on the cashier. Leave that lady alone. She's struggling. Zapikanki.
or just grab a beer, you need that change, okay? So don't use the big bills here, all right? Another don't I have for you is don't forget to tip when you are here. Usually you tip 10 to 15%. 10% is normal.
This is one of those things where I'm like, you should tip because the people actually need it, but Polish people don't tip. Just putting it out there. You can meet the standard, and then but if you're Polish people don't do it. Really. Some are more savoir-vivre than others.
15% of it's good, but you can look on the menu, and some restaurants already put that 10% on there. I know the place I waited here on the square. Remember, you're not going to bust the bank, so didn't feel ripped off because it was so cheap. The 10% was already included. She was very nice and helpful. I gave her a little bit extra on there. No big deal, okay? And going along with that, when you pay your bill, they'll always ask you to pay with credit card or cash. And if you're going to pay with cash, if you put the money in the little thing and give it to them, don't say thank you, unless you want them to keep all the money, okay? So let's say you got 110 bill and you give them 150, you say thank you or dziękuję, they'll think, oh, 40 tip for me, and they'll just walk away with it. You need to tell them, here's this, then they'll bring your change back, and then you leave your tip like that. So you have those things there. What I try to do is just have the tip already there. Now you might tell them, look, I want to pay 140, and so they'll just have the tip from there and give you your 10 back if you have 100 and a 50. No big deal there. My 10th don't for you is don't be late. The Poles are actually pretty much an on-time kind of people.
Yep, they've got that German on-time shit, bro. On time, all the time, every time. 1, 2, 3, 4, dawaj, szybko, szybko, szybko. That's at least in Warsaw. I don't know how slow the other cities are, but Polish people are on time. So when a Polish person says show up, make the concerted effort to not waste this motherfucker's time, because you will suffer.
German neighbors, if you're going to be late to somebody's house you're going to visit, make sure you call or text them or WhatsApp them before so they know you're running behind, because it's kind of rude to be late when you are here. I mean, I was at the museum this morning and it was supposed to open up at 10. The guy unlocked it like at 10:01. And people were like, come on, it says 10 o'clock, let's go. So you do have that there, so make sure you are on time. And my last don't for you is don't fall for the nature tourism propaganda in Poland. Look, you'll see lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of tourism videos about the nature of Poland. And there are some beautiful natures here. The Tatras Mountains in the south, by Zakopane, when you go skiing in the in the winter. You can go to the Missourian lakes in the north. It's just beautiful. There's a castle there. And there's all kinds of great nature here. But look, if it's your first time to Poland, focus on the cool cities that are here. Krakow is amazing with the town square and the clock hall and the churches and the Wawel Hill. And you can go out to see Auschwitz and Birkenau, the concentration camps. It's a very moving experience. You can go up to Gdansk in the very north and see that city. It's beautiful. Lublin, come here and check out Warsaw. And you can get around pretty easy. Don't worry about getting around. I guess it'll be another one. Don't worry about getting around in Poland. There's lots of buses and trains that go all over the place. It is a big country, so it does take time, but
transport is amazing.
Don't be too worried about it. Anyway, those are some of the don'ts we have about Poland. I actually have another don't video just for Krakow, the don'ts of Krakow, which I hope you'll check out. If you do like videos like this, we put out 2 travel videos every week, every Wednesday and Saturday. So please do click that subscribe button. We really do appreciate it. And you can always find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, obviously YouTube. And we really appreciate those likes and subscriptions. Oh, and comments. So I'll say bye from Warsaw.
Yeah, that's it for that video, guys. What did you guys think? Do you think this guy was accurate? Did he get it right? I think he did. I think he covered everything that's right. Although the tip one, I don't agree. They always bring you back your change. They don't, because they don't they don't trust they don't trust anyone to tip, and which is fine, which is like, some people don't want to tip, bro, but they will not walk away with your change. They'll bring all your change back, and then you're gonna have to decide to be like, no, just keep that. Or you can just tell the person ahead of time, like, just keep the change from the jump, so there's no confusion. Anyway, as always, like, comment, subscribe, let me know what else you want me to react to. I'm trying to diversify the channel so I can react to different things with different meanings. And so thank you so much for watching this video, and goodbye.